everybody! I've been gone a couple of days, I know. I've been working, I don't know why I'm talking in a weird accent right now. Hello, Mr. Brad! Hello! So I've been working on a client's 2012 STI the past couple of days. He brought it to me. He started putting everything together. Time got away from him, brought the car over to me. I had to tear some of it back apart, fix some little issues, get the car sorted, but it's 100% now. I was gonna do a video on it, but to be honest, the majority of that car was just kind of reassembling, searching for parts, and getting it to be where it's gonna be 100% again. So we're back on our 2.5 RS today, you guys. This thing is actually going to be able to roll out of the shop for the first time since August of last year. My buddies Kyle and Jen brought me a set of roller wheels for the car, but I don't want to put these on the 2.5 RS. I'm actually going to go put these on the 17 STI and take off the RS05 RRs that we have on the 17 STI and use those for the RS. With that, with getting this thing out of the shop today, we are also going to be doing the Catback for it. I don't have an exhaust tip for it though. That's the only downside. I bought this one. It does not fit well at all. It's whatever. We can get some gear oil in the transmission, knock out some other smaller stuff. So go grab these wheels off the STI and see this thing out of the shop for the first time because I'm big excited. Come on, Mr. Tacoma. Let's go grab some wheels. Yay, see, there's the STI. Not bad looking car, not bad looking car. I just can't seem to get off the road again. Whoever owns this Subaru should really take care of it. You should really take care of this thing, because this is just, that's embarrassing. I guess at least I have one nuts for the RS. Wheels are off the Subaru, well off the STI. Now they can go on this. We're gonna put these on, but before I push this thing out, I do wanna put some gear oil in the transmission, so if I'm pushing it and everything's spinning, it's at least kind of throwing a little bit of gear oil around in that trans, just to ensure that everything is lubricated. So actually, let's do that first. I did have this transmission dry ice blasted, so I'm actually gonna pull both of the drains real quick, just to ensure that there's no water in there from dry ice blasting. If there is, we'll just let it drain out real quick. Ooh, whoa, what are we doing here? Oh yeah, dude, there's some old fluid in there. I wanna get all that out. Pretty black too, pretty dark. Oh yeah, look at all that nastiness. Fluid looks pretty thin that's coming out, and it's pretty dark, so I just want to try to get as much of that out as we can. So we'll just let this gravity bleed or gravity drain for a couple minutes. Then we'll toss in all of our new fluid. If you didn't know, older, I want to say it's 04 to 06 STI transmissions. I think it might be 07. I know 08 does not have it. 07 is questionable. They have a dipstick right there, and you can fill up the transmission via the dipstick. These transes take about 4.5 quarts. So now that we've got some fluid in our trans, we got no leaks down here, right? I don't see anything pissing out. So now that we have fluid in our trans, let's toss our wheels on and push this thing out into the daylight. Might not fit. It's on a 265, so we'll see. They look bad, they definitely need to be wiped down. Oh, that's an issue. I need to lower these. Holy shit, dude. Oh yeah. After some struggling, all the wheels are on. This thing's about to touch down for the first time. It's officially on the ground. Oh my God, it's officially on the ground. I gotta make sure that the wheels aren't hitting anything, which right now they're not. That one's not. Fronts are very close, but fronts are not either. Oh, dude, oh, it's so close. I think I'm gonna pull off the front right real quick just to be able to push it around, because dude, it's so close. Like that is, it's just so close. I'm gonna raise that one up just a little bit. nice to see this thing out of the shop, and it looks so freaking good. Even though there's some orange peel in the paint and everything like that, it's incredible. It's just incredible to see this thing outside of the shop for the first time, man. I was originally going to use these RS05 RRs as just rollers, but I actually really dig the look of them. I think they actually look really good on this car. They are 18s, and I do prefer 17s on this chassis, but I don't think that looks bad at all. You know, sometimes it's just the little things, like putting wheels on your project, pushing it outside to see it in natural light, that just gets you freaking stoked about it. It sucks because I'm about to push it back in, put it back up on the lift, so that way we can build an exhaust for this thing, but dude, I was originally gonna powder coat everything in here, but I actually kind of like the natural raw look of everything. What do you guys think? Dude, oh my God, that looks so freaking good. That's mine. That's wild to think. I built this. I built this for myself. This is sick. This thing's sweet. Now I gotta put it back on the lift. Dang it, I really don't want to. It looked really good out here, but we still got work to do on this thing, so let me push this thing back in, but at least now we can push it in and out of the shop as needed. So that way, if we need to put another car on the lift and work on something else, we can at least get the Subaru out of the way. But it's so good to see this thing outside for one. She's a little hard to push right now, but you know, we should be able to do it. I need those points straight. Oh shit, dude, the ground is wet, so I'm slipping. Oh, there we go. 1, 2, 3. I think we're rubbing on the body. Okay, so if we use these, we need spacers in the back. But you gotta roll a little bit farther. Yeah, the rears are definitely rubbing on something, because it should not be that difficult to push right now. Something down here. Honestly, I'm pretty sure it's the wheel to the coilover. I thought, oh no, it is the body. Look at that. Look at that right there. It is the body. We are definitely hitting the body on only that side, which we can fix that. We can fix that with this alignment by pushing that out, because the car's not aligned right now. So yeah, we were definitely up against the body, so I may need to redo undercoating right there. Yeah, no wonder I didn't catch that when I put these on. They spin fine, but as soon as you put load on it, that shit's right into the frame rail. Now that we got the Subaru back up on the lift, we are going to start doing the Catback. So from here all the way to the back of the car. So I am gonna put a mid pipe probably in this, or a flange for a mid pipe here. So that's a long way to go though. So maybe back here would make more sense. I don't know, either way that's a long pipe. Maybe I'll break this up into a couple sections. I do have a couple V-bands to be able to play with. So let me start mocking stuff up. Let's see what we wanna do. Here's what I'm kinda at with the exhaust right now. So comes out, we got these 245s that kind of do a little bendy woohoo kind of doodad to a 15-degree bend here. Comes out to a flex bellow to allow the Catback to move. We have a vibrant resonator here because I don't want this car to drone, and it will probably drone an absolute ton. Another 15-degree bend here. I've got the exhaust hanger temporarily not temporarily, but like tacked welded on. Now I'm to this point, and I don't quite know what to do because I need to put a V-band somewhere for the mid pipe to the axle back, but I don't know where I want to put that. I also don't know if I want to keep going on this until I have axles in here, because this looks like it's going to be a weird workaround to have to get around the axle, and I don't want to have to build the exhaust twice, so I might stop at this point and we might just fully weld all of this up. I'm also debating cutting this and just recircuiting it back into the down. It's literally in the perfect position to be able to recircuit back into the downpipe. Cut it at an angle like that, and then slide it up, put a flex bellow here. You know, Fuck it. I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut this at an angle to see if I can just kind of slide it up onto this down pipe. I don't know how the hell I just cut that pipe like that, but I did it. I did it real good. So this bottom portion, after it's tack welded up here, we can take a mallet and form it to the down pipe so that way it fits better. I'm shocked. The other side has a little bit more gappage, so I will need to use some filler rod right here, but that's not a big deal. I need to order another one of these bellows, but this size, for probably like right there, because I have to have a bellow in this so that way this can move independently of the down pipe, so that way none of the welds crack. But dude, I like that. I like that a lot. And since we don't have we're not using a muffler on this car, we just have a resonator, you'll still be able to hear that wastegate all the way through the exhaust going out the backside. Speaking of rear axles, we just got our new ones in. So let's actually jump to putting these in. I still don't think I'm gonna be able to do the exhaust yet because I did have to order some more material, but we'll take a peek. We'll at least get these axles in so that way it'll kind of give us an idea of how much room we have back there. What do you guys think about the RS05RRs? Keep them or put a different wheel on? Personally, I like them on here. I think they look good. Oh damn, surprisingly enough, didn't do any damage rubbing on the body. Now that I look, nothing. Ah. I've also opted, we're gonna be doing the RCM Alcon brakes on this car, so the Brimbos are gonna come off. Guys, I think the Alcons just kind of suit the build a little bit more. Do I need the Alcon brakes? Absolutely not. Do I want them? Absolutely. The other thing to mention, it's not super important, but it doesn't hurt to lightly lubricate up the end that goes into the disc. There's that. Let me make sure all these are tight before I fill this, dude. Let's try it with a more full bottle. With our rear diff filled up, that's kind of knocked out. I had an issue with honestly, I have had a lot of problems with this More Sport stuff that I ordered. Actually, every More Sport component I've bought has had an issue. And the like More Sport is high quality stuff. I'm not affiliated with More Sport in any way. I paid pretty much full price for all this stuff. The front subframe didn't allow for a factory steering rack to bolt in easily without some modification to the rack itself. The rear diff cover, the 1/8 NPT port was leaking, so I tried to take that fitting out. They over tightened the fitting. It's an aluminum fitting and it broke. So I just fought with that for a while. The rear trailing arms, the holes were filled with powder coat and the bolt wouldn't allow it to go through them. So I had to drill those up one size also. So it's like just little stuff. For the amount of money that you pay for some of that More Sport stuff, it's just kind of sad to see that you have to modify stuff that's already a high dollar item. Anyways, jump into the engine bay. I got in the bracket for the transmission engine that is the ground bracket. So it's the last ground I think I have to put in the car. I've already got the cable made. I've already got a brand new bracket. So we're gonna toss this in, get this last ground wire kind of knocked out. Then I also got the heater core hose, just some generic 5/8 heater core hose, and we can knock out at least one of the lines. I think the other one I'm gonna need a special, probably a special type of hose for. We'll see. Our little bracket, bolt can go in. This stuff is like, it's way thicker than a factory hose, this stuff is, so. Okay, yeah, this'll work. This'll work for this one. It's like one of the struggles I ran into with doing this project is just space constraints, dude. I'm just want to trim that down to start with. slide a hose clamp down this one first before I put anything else on, so that way I don't have to take it back. Get the hose clamps replaced. Whoa. Sounds like part of his Mustang just fell off. One heater core hose is done. And that's the annoying one too, because that's the one that's had to go right by the turbo. So we've got our main engine ground here, comes around, goes to the ground post on the bottom. And then we also have our heater core line wrapping up and across like that. With the heat sleeve, that should be totally fine because the downpipe's getting Cerakote and everything else also for heat management. So I need to figure out the other one. I have an OEM heater core hose line, but I really don't like the way that it routes through there. So I'm gonna have to figure something else out for that one. Now we need to wire up the vehicle speed sensor wiring, which goes to the transmission right here. So on this, it took me a little while to find the pin out. If you're looking at the back side of this connector, it's gonna go your signal, then your ground, then your 12 volt power. So that took me a little while to find, but I did end up finding it in the Subaru FSM. So let's get this wired up also, just to knock out another thing off of the millions of things to do on this car. So that way we can at least have vehicle speed in here. There's so much little stuff to this, to like building a car, but you know, with every little thing that we do, we get closer and closer and closer to the car being done. Even something as insignificant as wiring up a vehicle speed sensor. All an accumulation of something for the greater good. Every fluid we put in here, every wire that we crimp on. It's gonna be a little difficult to see, but if you come up here and you look down on top of the transmission now, we have vehicle speed, baby. So now this thing can actually tell how fast we're going, which will be nice because I am not running wheel speed sensors right now. I want to keep going on the exhaust, but I have the dogs with me today, and I think we all know that does not end well, as one of them freaks out whenever I grab the welder out. I put a little blanket up so that way they can't see the arc and everything as I'm welding, but it's just like the frequency or the sound, I don't know, it sets them off. I honestly couldn't tell you, but looks like that is where we're gonna be stopping then. I just had some boxes get dropped off at the house. The rear e-brake cables showed up, as well as a handful of other little stuff here and there. So we can bring all that over, start on all that in the next video, but awesome progress. Car rolls, we can actually push it outside. We have a full drive line in the car now, all axles, drive shaft, everything. A whole bunch of other smaller stuff. We have our mid pipe pretty much done. I'm waiting on a 15-degree bend to show up, which should be here tomorrow also. So we are going to have to start on bodywork again soon, which I've been putting off like the plague. We still have to redo the hood. We got to do the doors, the rear bumper, and the wing, which you guys actually haven't seen the wing yet because I have it over at my carbon fiber guy's place getting the fiberglass repaired because it did get damaged in shipping. So once we get the wing, we can actually paint the wing and everything else. If you're hyped with the progress on the 2.5 RS now that this thing actually rolls, and it's getting real close to being able to start, like real freaking close. I do have to take off all the hot side stuff and send that out to Cerakote, but we need to finish the catback first. And I need to weld in the recirc tube back into the downpipe once that bellow shows up. So it's getting there. But anyways, I'm chatting too much. If you're not subscribed already and you want to be able to put it in one of these corners, no idea which one quite yet. But with that, I will catch you guys in the next one. So peace out, homies.